What is going on, fellow outlaws? Outlaw Gary here, and in today's video we are talking about 10 fun things to do in Red Dead Online. Now before I jump into this commentary, I have to let you guys know that I know the general I guess consensus of most of players that have been playing since day one have found Red Dead Online to be an empty shell of a game right now. Trust me, I hear your concerns. In this video, I'm describing different things you can do to hopefully alleviate those pain points that we all have. We feel that Red Dead Online is very, very boring in its current state. Of course, this game is still in beta, so rest assured, hopefully they have some really big updates to come in the next few weeks to months to come. And without further ado, let's get into number one. Number one is pretty simple: hunting and fishing. Now, I have seen so many of you guys that love fishing, and I promise you guys, we will one day have a fishing tournament here on the channel. Like, I want to do it. I want you guys to know that we have plans, and if you guys want to see one, let me know in the comment section, because I've seen a lot of you guys super into fishing in real life, and even more so in Red Dead Redemption 2. So we'll see what we can do. When it comes to hunting, there are various things you can do as a player, from hunting big game to small game to earning money anywhere from Saint Denis to all the river locations I've shown on the channel. For whatever the reason is you are hunting or fishing, money making is sometimes the core purpose. But if you put the money aside, because right now money is pretty useless, hunting and fishing can actually be fun with friends, especially if you make it in a tournament or competitive style. Who can get the most perfect pelts, who can get the most perfect carcass, who can find a perfect deer first, so on and so forth. So let me know in the comment section, what are some things you do for fun right now in Red Dead Online in its current state. Moving on to number two, we got griefer hunting, something that is super popular here on the channel. Griefer hunting and President of Blackwater videos is something you guys have come to love, and I want to do more, and I think we will be doing more in the next few weeks as long as you guys support it here on the channel. One thing you need to keep in mind as a YouTuber, whenever we do make videos here on the channel, which is every single day, 3 times a day, I have to make sure I keep in mind what will do best longevity, long term, what will have the best outcome and performance on the channel, so that we can gain a bigger audience like the fellow outlaws that we've amassed to almost 300,000 subscribers since 2018 October, which is a lot of freaking people in a short amount of time. So thank you guys so much for all the continuous support. I feel like with griefer hunting, it's a fine line. There's a real gray area where once you start griefer hunting, you have to be careful, because at one point you might end up becoming the griefer because you've gone too far. So you have to know when to stop. And I think we've done a really good job of that here on the channel, maintaining that neutrality of like, hey, we are here for this purpose, and we're trying to deviate you from affecting other people's free roam and experience, where you just need to focus on me, and that's all you need to do. And don't worry about Jim and Joe that's over there hunting or fishing or just out there having a good time, because you are interrupting other people's gaming experience. So it's a lot of fun if you have a nice little posse to go around and do it. So highly recommend it. Next up, we got challenges. Now I have a full video coming out on this very soon, as there are some very great challenges you can do that will give you amazing XP early on. And of course, with every challenge you do, you are awarded gold nuggets. So if you want to just bust out some challenges and get them out of the way, that's a really easy way to keep yourself busy, because there's so many challenges and they're so random. Like, some of them are like shoot birds out of the sky with arrows, or some of them are like use your revolver and kill 6 people without reloading. Very random, but very, very fun if effectively done. And that rhymed. So let's move on to number 4. Next up, we got a topic that isn't very popular amongst the community, and it's showdowns and series events. Now, this is a very, very interesting topic, because it's not a super popular thing to do, but people still do it. I think the biggest challenge with showdowns and series events are the fact that it's such a hit or miss. You're gonna get into a series event where it's like the best players in the world that are like freaking practicing this game mode and they want to go pro, or you're like going against a bunch of 12-year-olds that have never played a game in their life. And it's really a weird mix of like, I don't know if this is worth it. I think the biggest problem with the showdowns and series events is that in some cases they can be fun because of the competitive nature, but like there's some kids that play this and they're freaking pounding down Gatorades, like sweating, like so like, dude, I just want to have a chill time when I play my games. I'm very competitive in other games I play, but for Red Dead, it's like I don't feel like it's a competitive game in nature. It's a Wild West game. I don't know, it's weird. But let me know, like, a lot of you guys do enjoy it, and it's weird. Like, I had said how much I dislike Gun Rush, and oh my God, the amount of people that are like, oh, Garrett, you didn't give Gun Rush a good enough chance. I'm just like, dude, I feel like half of these game modes are like really broken or just not that great. Number 6 is coming in at Stranger Missions. Now, lately, I have heard that Stranger Missions were broken, and then they were not broken, and now they work. So I'm a little confused, but Stranger Missions, some of them, provide a lot of fun to them, whether it's to hunt other players down or to hunt other posses down, to just simply completing a task, whether it's delivering mail parcels or wagons or just really doing anything like killing a bear, are all things that these Stranger Missions require of a player that are pretty fun. So all in all, I think they can be pretty fun if they're done properly. And if you can actually complete the task at hand. Next up, number 7, coming in at Wagons. Now, Wagons as a number 7's a little weird, but if you guys have never picked up a bucket-sized wagon, they're pretty great. Now, why are they great? Well, you can fill them up with a lot of cool stuff, whether it's large carcasses, small game, fish, whatever it is. You can fill these bad boys up, and it actually makes some pretty good amount of fun just trying to complete this task of fill the wagon up with stuff to sell. I don't know. I have a really good time with it, but hey, maybe I'm just a wagon like connoisseur. I don't know. Number 8 is something I've done a lot in GTA 5, and that is roleplay. If you guys don't know what roleplay is, it's pretty much you taking form of your character in game. You pretending all the actions you take are actually you. Does that make sense? So an example, me being president of Blackwater is an example of me role-playing like, hey, the citizens of the town are here and they've been complaining about X, Y, and Z, and I would like to know what your thoughts are on this. And the role play needs to be done with other players. Role playing by yourself is a thing, but can be very lonely. I had some people in the Discord recommend this, and I thought that'd be a cool feature to recommend, because someone suggested that they normally take leaders of gang hideouts and take them to the police and turn them in, because you don't get a wanted level apparently. So I was like, that's pretty cool. So that was number 8. Coming at number 9, we got gang hideout farming. Like I mentioned before, gang hideouts are pretty fun, especially when it comes down to you and the leader. If you can get a nice little rotation going of what gang hideouts to farm, especially like a little rotation where they would spawn, it can be pretty enjoyable, especially if you do it with friends. I think the great thing about gang hideouts is that they do reward you with treasure maps, but of course, if you don't get a treasure map, it is pretty demoralizing because it takes so long sometimes to find a gang hideout. And loading in and out of lobbies definitely doesn't help your chances. So if you guys do some gang hideouts, which can be a lot of fun, make sure you stay in one lobby and have an animal on the back of your horse to increase your chances. That's the rumor. I've seen it work. You guys can try it out. Number 10, last but not least, because there are many other things you can do in Red Dead Online to have fun, I think the overall exploration free roam is a huge thing. If you have not explored Red Dead Redemption 2's single player's map and done free roam and spent the countless hours, I've spent probably over 50 to 100 hours easily playing Red Dead Redemption 2. It's just so much fun, and the amount of things you can get yourself into and find, and the random little interactions you run into with NPCs or just going into cabins and seeing what's going on in there are crazy. So of course, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys drop a like. If there are some other things you do for fun, let me know in the comment section. I feel like right now we're at a critical point, a really big turning point for Red Dead Online. As you guys may have noticed, I have not been posting Red Dead Online as much here on the channel, just because the demand for it isn't as high as it once was. So I'm doing some Red Dead Redemption 2 single player content because I'm having so much fun with that. That's a big thing as well. If you are having a miserable time with Red Dead Online, go back to single player, because I guarantee you missed something. Love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow with 3 new videos, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. all PST. Hopefully you guys are staying warm. If you're in a cold weather state or country, I'll see you guys later.